You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. In high-profile cases involving celebrities like R. Kelly, the potential for financial gain through media exposure, book deals and paid interviews can create significant incentives for accusers to fabricate or exaggerate claims. The entertainment industry and media landscape thrive on sensational stories, and allegations against a figure like Kelly, a globally recognized R&B star, generate substantial public interest. This environment fosters opportunities for accusers to monetize their stories through various platforms, including television appearances, documentaries and published works. Such incentives can lead individuals to embellish or falsify their accounts to enhance their marketability and financial reward. The 2019 Lifetime docuseries Surviving R. Kelly is a prime example of a platform that amplified accusers' stories, garnering significant viewership and critical acclaim, including a Peabody Award. The docuseries provided a stage for several accusers, including Lisa Van Allen, to share their allegations, which in turn led to media appearances and other opportunities for financial gain. The defense contends that the prospect of such rewards influenced the narratives presented, encouraging accusers to exaggerate or fabricate details to align with the docuseries' sensational tone and public demand for scandal. Lisa Van Allen, who was a key witness in R. Kelly's 2008 child pornography trial and a prominent figure in Surviving R. Kelly, provides a compelling example of an accuser whose allegations may have been shaped by financial incentives. Van Allen's testimony and public statements have been marked by inconsistencies, most notably her admission to lying about her age when she met R. Kelly, which raises questions about her credibility and motives. Van Allen initially claimed she was 17 when she met R. Kelly in 1998 on the set of his Home Alone music video, a claim she repeated in court and on media appearances including Surviving R. Kelly. This assertion positioned her as a minor at the time, potentially portraying her as a victim of underage sexual activity, which could enhance the severity of her allegations against Kelly. However, during her testimony in the 2022 federal trial, Van Allen admitted she was actually 18 when she met Kelly, but that was after getting busted, and this fact was also confirmed by the government. This discrepancy is significant as it suggests Van Allen deliberately misrepresented her age to bolster her narrative as a victim, which could increase her appeal for media opportunities and book deals. She in fact published a book about R. Kelly and has been gallivanting around with it from one media house to another. The defense argues that Van Allen's lie about her age was not an innocent mistake, but a calculated effort to align her story with a narrative that would garner sympathy and attention. During cross-examination in 2022, Kelly's defense attorney challenged Van Allen on this point, suggesting she lied to be a victim and to sell books. Van Allen's book, titled Surviving the Pied Piper, was in development around the time of her media appearances, indicating a clear financial incentive tied to her allegations. By claiming she was underage, Van Allen could enhance the marketability of her story, appealing to audiences and publishers seeking dramatic accounts of victimization. Van Allen's actions surrounding a sex tape she took from Kelly further suggest financial motives. In her testimony, she admitted to taking a tape from Kelly's duffel bag in 2000, which she claimed depicted sexual acts involving herself, Kelly and an underage girl known as Jane. She gave the tape to her friend Keith Morrill for safekeeping and later contacted Kelly in 2007, around the time of his 2008 trial, to negotiate its return in a form of blackmail. Van Allen testified that Kelly offered her $250,000 to retrieve the tape, and she received partial payments, including $20,000 initially and $50,000 later, while Morrill received $80,000. The defense contends that Van Allen's actions constitute an attempt to extort Kelly, as she leveraged the tape to secure significant payments. Kelly's attorneys in 2008 described her actions as an extortion attempt, arguing that she and her associates sought to profit by threatening to release or sell the tape. Furthermore, Van Allen's admission that she did not destroy the tape despite claiming she wanted to protect the underage girl raises questions about her intentions. When asked why she did not destroy it, she responded, "I could have if it had crossed my mind," a statement that suggests she recognized the tape's value as leverage for financial gain. Van Allen's testimony has been riddled with inconsistencies that further undermine her credibility and point to potential fabrication driven by financial incentives. In the 2008 trial, she claimed she had never seen a tape with just Robert and Jane, but in 2022 and in Surviving R. Kelly, she stated she saw a tape featuring only Kelly and Jane. This contradiction was highlighted by Kelly's defense, who argued that the tape she described might not have involved Jane at all, suggesting Van Allen fabricated details to align with the prosecution's narrative. Additionally, Van Allen's account of her interactions with Kelly's former business manager Daryl McDavid includes claims that he threatened her life. However, her credibility was challenged when she admitted to failing a lie detector test regarding the tape which McDavid used to question her truthfulness. The defense argues that her emotional testimony about this threat may have been exaggerated to garner sympathy and enhance her media presence, particularly in Surviving R. Kelly, where such dramatic claims would increase viewership and her public profile. Van Allen's participation in Surviving R. Kelly and subsequent media appearances such as on Jada Pinkett Smith's Red Table Talk, and interviews with outlets like Essence and the New York Times provided her with significant exposure. These platforms allowed her to position herself as a survivor and advocate, roles that enhanced her public image and marketability. Her book Surviving the Pied Piper capitalized on her allegations, offering a financial incentive to maintain and amplify her claims against R. Kelly. The defense argues that these opportunities incentivized Van Allen to exaggerate her story, as the more sensational her allegations, the greater her potential earnings from media and publishing deals. Van Allen's claim that she was belittled and embarrassed during the 2008 trial, where she was called a streetwalker and accused of lying, further suggests a motive to reshape her narrative in later years to reclaim her image and profit from her story. Her appearances post-2008, and particularly in Surviving R. Kelly, allowed her to reframe herself as a victim and survivor, aligning with the Me Too movement to gain public support and financial opportunities. While Lisa Van Allen's case is a primary example, other accusers also demonstrate patterns suggesting financial motives to lie. The Surviving R. Kelly docuseries featured several women, including Ashanti McGee and Kitty Jones, who gained significant media exposure following their participation. Their appearances at events like Variety's Power of Women and on platforms like Red Table Talk indicate opportunities for financial gain through speaking engagements and public advocacy roles. Ashanti McGee, for instance, authored No Longer Trapped in the Closet, The Ashanti McGee Story, a book that capitalized on her allegations against Kelly. The publication of such works suggests a financial incentive to present a compelling narrative, potentially leading to exaggeration or fabrication to appeal to readers and publishers. Similarly, Kitty Jones, who alleged physical abuse and coercion by Kelly, spoke to outlets like the Dallas Observer and appeared in a BBC Three documentary, further indicating opportunities to monetize her story through the media. The defense argues that the collective platform provided by Surviving R. Kelly created a feedback loop where accusers were incentivized to align their stories with a narrative that would maximize public interest and financial reward. The docuseries' success, evidenced by its high viewership and awards, underscores the market for such allegations, potentially encouraging accusers to embellish their claims to secure media deals and public attention. R. Kelly's acquittal in the 2008 child pornography trial, where Van Allen was a key witness, supports the argument that her allegations lacked sufficient credibility. The defense therefore asserts that financial incentives, including book deals and media appearances, significantly motivated R. Kelly's accusers, particularly Lisa Van Allen, to fabricate or exaggerate their claims. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.